Toronto into the zone. Buchnevich, what a glove save there. Frederick brings it right back across and walks into the shoulder. Now McDavid breaks loose. Little spin move on his backhand. All the way across the shot. What a save! My goodness! Here's Zuccarello. Kaprizov onto the ice. Zuccarello through the legs. He's Mark with speed. Oh, what a stop by Sorokin on Gustafsson.
They try to get back in the game.
Look at that move. Tavares in front. Scores. What a beauty. Keller. And across, waiting for it on top. Oh, mercy.
McAvoy gains the line. Goes right through. Oh, what a goal.
McDavid. Heading down the seam. What a beautiful move. As it came back to Lebda, and a shot, and whacked it, and Frank scores! And the Red Wings are going to the final! Samuelsson, Holmstrom, and Helm, controlling, getting the puck back to the point. The shot by Brent Lebda, the active boards. That puck bounced off the boards, through the legs of Chris Evalué, and Darren Helm scores the OT winner. Shifting gears for Leno. Mike Richards through the seam, deflected stop. Gagne! He scores! Opportunistic. Flyers celebrate Simon Gagne.
If you're a Boston Bruin fan out there right now, you're thinking 1979, too many men.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you.
Vegas wins in overtime!
Wants to rule the
The Panthers stun the Bruins in Boston! Marshall's a natural hat-trick!
Let's run them early. Let's go, baby.
Kachuk scores! He does it again! A quick exit. Vegas wins in overtime! He scores! Andrew Bitzel! Panthers to the Stanley Cup final!
The Golden Knights, their golden ticket to the Cup final.
there's no turning.
Alrighty, LG, what's going on? Welcome to my first media show. This is pretty much since no one does anything anymore, I figure I step up. And in my only fashion, it's got to be toxic. It just has to. So right now we're gonna go over standings, see what's going on. Charlotte Checkers leading. Or let's go over top overall. Rockford, pretty big surprise. Bridgeport, surprise. That's an old age home. Bakersfield, surprise after a big cat ban from their book club leader. You got Gonzo not far behind. This team will fold. Alright, start with Charlotte. See what they got going. Koksnev, JoJo, Forrester. Don't really know much about these guys. I know JoJo likes to hold on to the puck way too long. Got someone like Hot Logger, 7-2. That's good out of your goalie. Gigi Baby Spot not playing for a week. I don't know if that was IR or not. Let's see. K. Justin coming up from the seat as a goalie. Not really working out too well. Pretty very good player. Doesn't have his games. Sky Symphony's probably one of the better cheap contracts in the league. Who's really standing out for this team? You got Koksnev. I mean, his line is definitely performing. Being the Marlies, sort of shit team. So looks to be a bit of a scrub hunt going on there, if you ask me. Go back and look at their not so performing lines. Like, here, let's look at Sky Symphony. Let's see. He's third line, so let's see who he's playing. Beat Rockford, very good team. Another decent team. Another decent team. Yeah, so I'm going to have to chuck this one up to a scrub hunt on their top, but their bottom lines aren't doing too bad. This team is looking actually pretty good for me. I don't have any complaints with anyone here. Maybe, I don't know why a bunch of their guys only have 3 games played. Tad bit concerning. Maybe look for a better goalie out of this team. But overall, this team is looking pretty good. And I expect them to probably keep it up. On to the next one. Rochester Americans. I don't even know who this is. Well, let's see. Oh, it's John Kenny. John Kenny and Sins, 2 players that have definitely seen their better days past them. Booty Consumer, know nothing about. 80, I played that line myself. It's a very good line. These guys play together a lot. They've been together for a couple seasons. Probably one of the better probably top second line in the league, I'd say. Shrooby Dooby, good player. One timer not performing. This guy was not that bad back in the day, but I don't know. I don't expect a loss from John Kenny, man. I just really don't. This is something that's probably got to be improved on. Let's see who he's playing. Admiral's good team. Yeah, he's playing himself against good teams. He's got 8-1 there. But that's neither here or there. I mean, yeah, he's had good seasons all throughout. No surprise there. This team will be a very good team. Off to a bit of a shaky start. Their third line's just not clicking. Which, I mean, that just happens. Belleville Senators, a team that I had, who the fuck are they? They still are, who the fuck are they? You stupid. 3-3 as a manager, that's terrible. 4-2 as a manager, terrible. Beansy, 3-3, terrible. You got Flurry at 5-1. I don't know, this team is just pretty shite all around. I know no one. Clinch is a big name, but he prioritizes Xbox. So that's, I don't know. I'll try to have someone next time that knows more about some of these people, but I know absolutely nothing. But your management, you stupid, you gotta do better. Oh, I ain't even gonna load. 3-3 just ain't it. He's beating that line, but losing to the Crunch and losing to the Monsters, that's just sort of unacceptable. Like, very unacceptable. This team, I expect to be towards the bottom by the end of all this. Alright, on to Laval. Who is Laval? 1 second. Okay, this is Tapoy's fucking French people. This team is just not good. Tapoy's is a free contract. They call him Stone Thumbs for a reason. He's still showing why he is Stone Thumbs. Too Frenchy for You, I am not very familiar with. Let's look at him, but that record as a free contract just isn't gonna cut it. Just not. And no one on this team seems to be having anything stand out. If any of you guys in chat have any, any words for any of these guys, just say them, and yeah. But this team's got to do better. Goalie 5-6-1. Their other goalie is 3-2-1. Must be having a goalie problem on this team. G Unit's very solid, but not really much. The management just is not a good duo. I mean, you free contracts for people who aren't that good. And the team's just not going to turn out to be that good. Grand Rapids Griffins. This is my team. I don't really have much. Mike's got to do way better. Shitty first week. Shit hit the fan, you know. People just don't perform. People don't play club. AK 4-0-2. Very disappointing last week, but he still got the 2 points. Looking for better out of them. Blurry, very solid, but on that top line, that's just not performing. Third line, they trade for Toffoli. He's 1-5. You really can't get any worse, so maybe they'll get better. They picked up a new goalie that seems to be working out for him. Hines is a very good player. Same with Datsuk. That line should probably be heating up. But the slippery shrimp is holding him back, man. He got demoted from the first line to the third. Probably why the first line got 2 OT losses. Okay, the Syracuse Crunch. They were cooking the first week. They were all in the shout box. Now they're literally folding. The goalie play, from what everyone's saying, is absolutely abysmal. You got you got Jake as a big contract, a very big contract, 3-3, not performing. That's just, it's not what you like to see. You got a guy named Chalked, and I'm pretty sure this team is chalked. They trade for guys that just aren't good at D. The goalie situation is not looking too good. Fleury's save percentage, I'm pretty sure, is not the best. Yeah. 6.25, 7.89. Yeah, I mean, wait, is that a 0 percentage? How the hell you have a 0 percentage? I don't think he made a save. How do you not make a save? Let's look into this a little farther. They were going against a very good line, to be fair. 6 shots, 0 save percentage. Somebody's got to figure it out. Like, Jesus. Seachel's looking for a goalie, Fleury. You might want to hit him up. You'll probably be there soon. Alright, on to the next team, Providence. This team's very underwhelming. You got fucking Heel Hook 4-1, 4-1-1. Boldy 1-5 for a $4 million player. That's just absolutely a disgrace. Like, I know he's locked in now, but man, back in the day, he'd be long gone. Acknowledge Me, terrible right D. Blitzberg is like 70. Let's see. Jufus is a good player, but the price is a bit iffy. Price the GOAT 1-5. That's just not going to accept it. Red Sox is very bad at defense. He goes for hits. I think he's trying to lead the league in hits, and he misses people. Traps is a decent player, but he's not clicking. I don't think he's actual center. He's better on wing. This team is very underwhelming, and just like every other ballsy team, I think it's going to fail. Alright, on to the Marlies. Pretty sure this is DJ CWL with no paid AGM. DJ should have stayed in the C. Your free contract, didn't even play for a week, and hasn't won. Never heard of. Terrible goalie. Sort of never heard of. Mello's not good. Juice Stains talks way too much. Kent Hughes is a big contract, not performing. Tinky shouldn't even be on the game as defense. Just play goalie. That's all you are. Chevy, I heard a lot of shit talked about you. Gobert, not living up to that contract. Clearly that line was just good for him last season. This team will be a bottom runner. Don't see anything else from it. Alright, on to the next. The Bridgeport Islanders. The old heads of LG, but they do perform. Persinger, very solid winger. Probably should be in the end, but he's not. Maritime Grit, is a OKD. Like I said, another old head. I don't know. This team's just filled with old heads. User pick, very much an old head. Ducks fan. He's on the downside of a washed career. I do not know who Greeno is. Jaybird, 6-1-2, doing pretty good. King Martian, this one's a big surprise. B-Not with a winning record, that's a surprise to everyone. Another guy not playing a week. Matt the Cool Cat, he's living up to what his stats were before. Guy had crazy stats, hasn't played in like 30 seasons. And he's performing for them, so that's a great pickup. Redneck Army should go back to the truck pulls. Skyer, Stanley Cup winner. Honestly, not a good contract, but he's performing for him, so you can't complain. The soft cookie is clearly the third line here, and they're going to need the third line to pick it up to stay a top team, but these guys are looking pretty good. Old heads seem to pay off. Alright, Utica Comets, another team I know nothing about. I literally know nothing. That's how, yeah, this team is... I literally know no one. Evan Kay is terrible. Phillies is a okay center. Nordette has the shittiest media ever. Yeah, that's really all I know. No really bad records on this team. Baron Von Bass is a CHL lifer that came up and is doing okay. But, as of that, really nothing I see out of this team that tells me they'll be a top team. This team will probably fall off pretty hard once everyone starts to get their shit together. No really big name players. I know Bilbo's one of their high contracts. Cheds, but it's not enough. This team will probably make playoffs, but be out first round. Alright, Hartford Wolfpack, Big Gren and Sergeant Andy Boy. 3-3 for Big Gren. That's just unacceptable. Same with Andy Boy. On the same line, on the first line, losing. That's just not... It's not playoff hockey. That's not winning hockey. This team could turn it around, but Gren and Andy got to turn it the fuck up. I mean, losing to Cuda are a top team. Laval, it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure they lost to someone pretty bad this season. But, yeah, Andy's not performing as a winger. You got 5 goals. That's not it. And Gren is not helping out much on defense with that 3-3 record. ±1. Default's their number 1 center. He's like $6 million, and he is not performing. So once this line turns around, this team could be very good. Abrams at 5-1. Not really worth a free out of a D, but he's doing good. Wilski, this guy scouted for literally everyone, and he is performing. Nuxie, $6 million, 5-1. He's performing, but he's not a playoff player. This team, first round playoff exit. On to the next. And we have Wilkes-Barre Scranton. They made it to the Cup last season. Mr. Chico, Giller, this team is very much similar. And if anyone knows anything about these guys choke harder than a motherfucker. Because they do not know how to play playoff hockey. Young TKO, always high on the points, always high on the record. Gets to playoffs, and he's just not there. Their goalie situation, they just called out DP goalie, K-Blau. Guy's a CHL goalie through and through. He probably won't have success up here. You got Kreeman. He's solid. This team lacks defense, is what I like to say. Very offensive team. Every time I play them, it's just all offense. They could probably invest in some defense because they really need it. But overall, Chico runs good teams. They'll get to the playoffs no matter what, but they'll probably be in an exit unless some weird stuff happens again. Had a problem with this team having their goalie giving them 4-game availability on each different day, you know, some shady shit. Then them taking them out. It's a whole bunch of shady shit around this team. So I expect a lot of management suspensions, maybe a couple bans. But overall, they'll make the playoffs. Chicago Wolves, my team from last season. Shorty season very good in the right circumstance. Fidel, he's in the right circumstance. Very good player, talks a lot. ACK Stoner Boy should have been the CHL. Chuck MTL, way overpaid, gets carried by Chico and doesn't have him this season, and he's not doing any good. Dread 5-1 is it's mysterious to us all. I have no idea what's going on there. Shit's just crazy. A Younger, way too overpaid, third line through and through, and he's showing it with his stats, not with his pay. Serpy, one of the biggest egos in the league. Yeah, he's cheap, but he lacks actual skill in the game. He's just one of those get in front of the net with Big Tipper, but Big Tipper's banned, so yeah, that's why his points are in the mud. Goalies are looking decent on this team. This team always runs with good goalies. Dylan's probably underperforming, especially for his price. He'll probably turn around, but you just got to see better out of their players like Younger. My name's Mino. 3 losses, 3 wins. That's not going to cut it, Mino. You don't have your boy Fist to carry you anymore. Oh no, I think this team is a borderline playoff team, first round exit, easily. The Phantoms. The CHLers that won a cup that think they could cut it up here. To be fair, Foma's 5-1. Pretty's fucking doesn't win. Washed ass Adderall. Chamsky's a CHLer. Let's see. You like to see that from Deeps. Cufflink's a CHLer. Parky, I mean, this team is sort of chalked. Not gonna lie, they're picking people up that the Henderson Silver Knights are dropping, so that's normally not a good sign. I don't expect this team to make the playoffs. This management duo is just not good enough. Their players are not good enough. This team's chalked. This is a scrub hunter's dream, let's be honest. Alright, on to the next one. Cleveland Monsters, the team that's always sucked. Alright, you got Scrub Hunter number 1, Scrub Hunter number 2, not good winger number 3, Hal Wash 2 Wash number 4, Chilson, goalie camp number 5, Kapanen, he won a cup, he might be good, he is DP, Comey Bryant, just doesn't have what it takes. Here's some bad things about him. The Falcon, that's an old head right there. Pronger just got traded. This team is, I don't know. You got Strong going 2-4. I played these guys personally. They are very easy to cover. They have nothing going for them, to be honest. Don't expect this team to do much. Expect both of these wingers to have hella points, though. Because once they realize they're out of it, they're scrub hunting the fuck out of this shit. Alright, on to the next one. Hershey Bears. I don't even know who has them. Oh, never mind. Carbine, CHLer. Free contract goalie, that's Cap. Dan, CHLer. Don't even know who this guy is. But he's worse than them apparently, so fuck. CM Diddley, old head. He ends up finding his way on winning situations, so that's a plus for them. He's not doing bad, but you got guys with 0 wins. Heat Miser's not doing any good. Knights ATL just got traded there. He is a buzzer. He's an old head. Real Coog for a lot of money. Solid D, but they don't seem to perform. Genius Man, he's a decent left wing for that min contract, but this team just lacks the actual carry on this team. No one's here to carry them to a victory. Overall, this team's pretty bad. Alright, Rockford Ice Hogs. Team ran by Murrow, who's 3-3, which is actually very surprising. Flo, mids. Those two are butt buddies. You'll never see them away from each other. Dark, 3-3. Not very surprising. Guy's way too toxic for his own good. Jive Turkey at 6-0. A very old head. Not thought to be up to the level, but he is performing. Straw Hat Ben, I've heard a lot of bad things about this guy as a goalie. Swish, very solid goalie. But overall, these guys have a lot of chemistry. I'm pretty sure like 4 or 5 of these guys have been together for a long, long time. Murrow grinds the game. I expect this team to keep performing, to be honest. This team will be in playoffs. I could see them going with a run with their chemistry alone. I'm guessing second round exit for these guys. Alright, Tucson Roadrunners, Meep. Alright, they got rid of Doer, which probably actually helped them. They got rid of a shitter. Buckley performing, Givens performing, Sleep performing. These guys are all questionable players that are performing this season. I mean, I'll go on with Kem on this one because these guys none of these guys scream to me as top players. I don't know. This team just doesn't speak to me. Luch not doing too good. But they're meeping right now. These guys have been together for a couple seasons now. They might get through it eventually, but I'm not expecting that much from them. This team will definitely fall off, for sure. Meet me, baby. That's all I gotta say. Texas Stars, most toxic management in the league. Timmy's Farmer Rep, goalie, 6-6 as a free contract. That's honestly uninstall the game bad. Like, doesn't get any worse than that. Crow, 4-2. It's probably underperforming. Primetime, 4-2. You expect more from these players, honestly. They're all skilled players, but you really expect more. Ollie, old head from the NHL, doing okay. Dusters, it's all guys from the last team they had. They carry over, and they're not doing the best. Pony, I don't think they like him. Dude's got an ego on him, though. This team will fall apart because they'll end up trading their best players for IRL money again this season. So we'll see how that turns out. Alright, Milwaukee Admirals, the team that is underperforming. Stutzel ran a great team last season. Selke, great player. Camouflage, not really a free in my opinion. But still a good player. Brandon UTD, they just traded. I think that might be good for them. Jay Blaze, I mean, that's an old head that sort of is just meh. Mike Teasy is sort of trash. St. Pablo, a bog, belongs in the CHL, where he probably should be. But otherwise, Stutzel, a very good player, underperforming, like a lot. Selke, very good player, underperforming. Admirals, if they get it together, they'll be a playoff team. Yeah, this shouldn't be bad. Alright, on to the Springfield T-Birds. What do I have to say about this game? Oh, Nolan's the best. Oh, Nolan this. Oh, yeah, Nolan's trash. Nolan's more washed than fucking, I don't know. Borkberg, not really that good. He's paid, I think. Jacob needs to learn how to do fucking media. That shit was terrible. Shit made my eyes burn. But he's performing for him. But otherwise, this team is... I don't know, there's not much to say about this team. They don't have much going for them. If they get Nolan to perform, this team might not be terrible. But Nolan's got to really start turning it up. I mean, their first line's their first line performing, and every other line isn't. That's just what it is. On to the next one. Iowa Wild. Who is this? This is SD Ducks? No, this is No Scope. No Scope came in with the league as an ego coming from the NHL. Not really working out for him. Not really working out for him. Shady's a very good player coming from the N. Dietz is overpaid. This guy is fucking terrible. This guy should hang up the skates. DC Royale not 1-on-1. Pono, he's an okay player, but okay at best. But that's really all they got. They ain't got nothing going for them at all. This team's gonna be struggling. Especially if No Scope's not winning. This team's in the shambles. Dumpster fire waiting to happen. Alright, Colorado Eagles, the team that's never good. Bandit trash. French Kucherov, know nothing about. Mawson is not a good player, but he always gets high bids. And he's winning this season. Circus, worst D-man in the A. Jason X, wash goalie. Carlson as God is performing until he gets toxic. Tristan Strafe is somehow 6-0, was literally waived in the CHL a couple seasons ago. Tristy's probably got someone playing on his tag. Off from that, once the second tags get burnt, this team's really going downhill. Alright, on to the former cup winning fucking Moose, eh? Got Wagyu in management with Zanzilla. A bit unfortunate, they lost Yoan Corey, very good player. Kucher's trying his best to hold this shit together, but this shit is fucking burning. This dumpster has been set on fire with a shit ton of gasoline. They got Trev, AHL commissioner, on vacation. Blind ref hasn't even played a game yet. I don't know, man. This team is looking a bit shocked. They had an unfortunate quit/ban. Sanzilla 4-8. This team is, I'm going to go ahead and chalk their season already. GG. Good luck. Cooter, you're a great guy, but fuck. Build a better team. Alright, on to the Bakersfield and Condors Book Club. Turns out best thing they can have for him is getting Casey the Golders banned, man. JJ Dom's performing as expected. Nash performing, bit of a shock. Cam's but you take that record any day. Church of Pac, that's a min-contract for them performing. You'll love to see it. I mean, a lot of people are performing on this team. This team is not missing a beat right now. Poke got a 4-1-1, a CHL lifer. I mean, you just got guys clicking, and once everyone... I don't know, this team's going to probably do pretty decent until something toxic happens, or everyone else starts getting chemistry and this team just starts getting left in the mud. But I expect this team to be a deep playoff team, no matter what. They got guys like Poke God. These guys don't stop playing the game. Every time I play this game, this team is on with a full line, ready to play. Go with a deep playoff run for them. Alright, the Calgary Wranglers with Gonzo Armstrong. The worst management, tampering, you know, what else? I mean, he's done it all. Tampered to get his way to Apex. I mean, everyone knows that. They got a lot of trauma. I mean, that's a fucking nightmare. They seem to rebuild their whole decor this week. Killa's a very good contract. Voltage Fusion, Dower, they picked up an old head that has lost a step for sure. Getting performance out of a min-contract. Over and all, this team's good, but the thing that holds this team back is their management. Gonzo will find a way to piss people off, to do something wrong. Gonzo is not a cup-winning manager. I have experienced this firsthand, and this management core, Ghost, I'm not talking about you on this, but Gonzo and Holland, that shit's chalked. Alright, on to the next one. San Jose Barracuda, very underperforming for this team. Ironside at 3-3. Guy's a very good player. I mean, he's not the top skill-wise, but he knows how to play the game. He knows everywhere to be. His positioning is very good. Expect more out of the Mythic and them. These guys were very good. Cup winners. 2 times for some of them. Bakeski, pretty sure he only has Sunday availability. B Savage got a high contract, but these boys are back together. I expect everything to click for them once they make some trades. I mean, you got a lot of cup winners here, and these guys should click and probably be at the top of the division by the end of it. Alright, on to the Ontario Reign, making some moves this week. Got Zesty Ducks, terrible manager. I mean, dude hasn't made a playoff, I don't think, in a while. Big League Machu, not good. Dix is absolutely terrible, no showing the weeks. Hands is a big contract, way too big of a contract for a skill. Smokey gets toxic. Parksy, I like this guy. This guy's very good. But Pumpy, he's on all of them on that line. Probably pretty overpaid, but a very solid D-man. But everything else, this is a one-line team, and this team will not have it. Alright, Coachella Valley. This team, I've heard a lot about. You got their first line losing management, first line losing the people they shouldn't be. This team is held together by, I don't know. This team is just chalked. Their first line can't win against a bunch of randoms, so why would they do good on LG? Artie, you guys just don't have it. I don't know. You guys are solid individual players, but management-wise, you probably should just stop. And that's how it is, straight up. Alright, on to the next one. San Diego Retirement Home. JLM, fucking washed as a motherfucker. M. Drew, great guy, but doesn't have offense. Literally a D to just play D. Paul Diddy, this dude's been washed since 2000. Fairman, a joke of a goalie. Little unperforming out of Edgy. Nightlex didn't play a week. Not a bad min contract. Night 30, heard this guy's toxic. Fist got paid way too much, and he is not any good. Alright, so that explains the retirement home. Alright, we'll just go over them for 1 second. 35 plus, 35 plus, 35 plus, probably 30 plus. I don't know them. They're probably all over 30, and the rest are probably all over 30. Min age on this team's 42. GG. Alright, Asford Canucks, Ghost Bear and Muzzin. And Hey Cap. Old head, old head, old head. Old head, old head. Old head. These guys built this team as if they were playing in Season 10. Which would have been a very good team at that point, to be honest. I mean, this team just built for 3 years ago. 3 NHLs ago. Ghost coming back to PSN after a while, and he probably should have stayed away. Same with Muzzin. Muzzin's coming down from the end, I'm pretty sure. But this team is chiggity fucking chalked. Alright. Best team in the league, Henderson. This team's waving guys. Harkov, I heard this team's very toxic. Traded away their best player for chips. D-Mac, literally leaving Discords midweek as a AHL commissioner. That shit is fucking cringy. Superman, Old Head D, not bad. These guys tried to build their 2-season ago CHL team, and it is tanking. 2 old heads right here, way too much, way too much. They just don't perform. They aren't that good. This team is very terrible. And will always be. Alright. So let's go over the player of the weeks and stuff. See what we got here. Alright, you got the Beansy line doing good this week. Must have had a very terrible week. You got Bessie, that Parksy line's very good. Those guys are good players. They play together a lot. Young TKO is just not a playoff player. They won't be there by the end of it. Given's cooking. Andy Boy 2-1. This guy shouldn't lose coming from the N. He's got a stack line. 2-0-1 for Jufus. Stack line. Probably shouldn't be losing. Cashflow very good. The You Stupid had a good week. Basky had a good week. But overall, let's look at the bad players. Toffoli getting traded to a better team. Hopefully he'll start being better. Corey waived. Mio to a better team. For defense, chalked. That team is just chalked. So, yeah. What are we looking like at goalies? Don't even know who that guy is. Hot Logger, 5-0-1. That's a good week. Let's see percentages. I mean, everyone on this list is, Strawhead Ben, not, what? 88 save percentage in 1 and 2? Your team needs to fucking support you, my guy. Jesus. Zanzilla, free contract goalie, that is fucking chalked. But everyone on here is, they've all been in the league for a while. Their teams, anyone in the cold that hasn't been traded is probably pretty shocked. But all the hot people, you got guys like Drad, shouldn't be there. I don't know. He is. But that is going to wrap it up. If any of you have any suggestions or feedback for me, just hit me up on Discord. This is my first time doing this. I hope I didn't disappoint. But this league needed something like this. Xbox has had it for a while. PS doesn't need it. Any support or anything is appreciated. Thank you, and I'm out.